Hit the like button, comment, subscribe, share the video. It's your boy Smoke Man Joe back at it with the NFL Week 17 picks against the spread video. Shout out to everybody out there. Happy holidays to you guys. Hope you bring in the new year on a high note, guys. And we've been smacking the books up pretty good here, guys. And going into Week 17, the plan is to do the same thing. Coming off a very solid week, we had one big loss with the Colts. Big money play on Monday Night Football. It is what it is. We lost that bet, but that one loss don't mean nothing, guys. If you've been rolling with me on Patreon, you already know since Black Friday, you should be up well over 10 racks, guys. So, we're gonna keep the momentum going in a very big way. Here in this video, I got one, two, three. I'm only gonna give out 3 money picks in this video. I got a 6 unit bet in one of these games that's already up on Patreon as well, guys. Again, follow me on Patreon, Joe Picks, patreon.com. Um, yeah, have a great happy new year, guys. Bring it in safe. Let's cash some tickets coming into the new year. Let's go ahead and get right into it. First game on the docket, we got Thursday night football. We got the Dallas Cowboys traveling Tennessee to play the Titans. Right now, Tennessee is a 10-point home underdog. And here in this spot, I like Tennessee to cover, guys. They're on a skid here. I think they like on a 4 or 5 game losing streak. They haven't been covering the spread here, but this is a perfect spot to back them, in my opinion, as an underdog. I don't think they'll win the game at all, guys, but I do believe they'll keep it close. If you want to look for a first half bet on the Titans, I kind of like the Titans on the first half here. I think Dallas is going to come out kind of slow here and pick it up in the second half and find a way to get the win. Tennessee is very good at home as an underdog, and we getting over a touchdown here in this spot. I got to back them here, guys. They got the better running game, in my opinion. Yeah, I know Dallas got the two-headed monster, but let's be for real. Derrick Henry is the truth. And without Ryan Tannehill, Tennessee is going to be looking to run the ball the entire game. And I think they will here in this spot, guys. I like Tennessee to cover, Dallas to win. On to the Sunday slate of games. Here's my first money pick in this video. We got the Carolina Panthers, a 3-point underdog, traveling to Tampa Bay to play the Buccaneers. It's simple here. I'm taking Brady in this spot. He's already lost to the Panthers once this year, guys. This game is pretty much for the NFC South. I got to roll with Brady here. He hasn't been covering the spread last few weeks, so this is a very perfect spot here, in my opinion. I don't want to lay the 3. I'll buy it down to 2.5, guys. The money pick is on the Buccaneers on the money line. I just don't see the Buccaneers losing to the Panthers twice, and the NFL has already hyped the Panthers up for this matchup, letting them destroy the Detroit Lions last week, and it just bait you here for you to take the Panthers here in this spot, but I'm not buying it. I love Tampa Bay to win this game. Like I say, buy it down to 2.5, take it on the money line. I love them outright either way, guys. Money pick is on the money line. Next up, we got the Cleveland Browns traveling to Washington to play the Commanders. Right now, Cleveland is 2.5-point road underdog. And I struggle with this game here, guys, simply because, you know, Washington, the Giants is going to come down to what these two teams do, here in these last couple games down the stretch. But I got to roll with Washington here. I know in order for Green Bay to get in the playoffs, Washington or the Giants, well, the Giants have to lose out. Washington has to lose one of their last 2 games. I don't think it'll be this one, guys. I like Washington at home to get the job done here by a field goal, simply because they're the more physical defense here, in my opinion. They're playing at home, and their playoffs are on the line. The Browns are not playing for nothing, at least not this week. They not. Next week they'll try to play spoilers to the Steelers maybe, but yeah, that's really all I got. I like Washington when it cover this game, guys. Next up, we got the New Orleans Saints traveling to play the Philadelphia Eagles. Right now, New Orleans is a 7-point road underdog, and there's no way I'm laying points. We're going to miss you guys. I'm not doing it, and for that reason only, I like New Orleans to cover this game. Will they pull the upset here? Who the hell knows what's going to happen? As long as Hurts is not playing, I would stay far away from the Eagles, guys. That's just my opinion. But I do like the Saints to cover the +7. Next, we got the Arizona Cardinals traveling to Atlanta to play the Falcons. Right now, Arizona is a 3.5-point road underdog. and this is a tricky game, guys. Two teams that's playing for jack shit. So I recommend you guys to stay away from this game all the way around. But video purposes, I got Atlanta to win, Arizona to cover. I really don't have too much on this game, guys. Who the hell is gonna watch this game? Who? So yeah, stay far away from this game as possible. Next, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars traveling to Houston to play the Texans. Right now, Houston is a 4.5-point home underdog. Revenge spot for Jacksonville. They playing with a lot of momentum right now. This team, and it's a couple more teams that I'll talk about here down the stretch, that's going to be very, very dangerous going into the playoffs if they get in. And I got the Jaguars getting in. I told you guys weeks ago we was about to ride the Jaguars all the way to the playoffs. And I'm probably not going to bet this game because I don't want to lay points with the Jags, but I like them to win and cover this game, guys. For one, it's a revenge game. They was laying 7 in the first matchup against Houston, and Houston came in there and kicked their ass. So I expect the Jaguars to want some revenge here in this spot. If you want to money line it on the Jaguars, I like that better, but I just don't want to lay points with them. Houston is covered. I think they last 5-6 games. So I know this is a perfect letdown spot here for them, but it's just I don't know if I want to trust the Jags landing the points, guys. So with that, here in this video, I'm going to roll with the Jags to cover, guys, and get the win. Next game, we got the Chicago Bears, a 6-point road underdog traveling to play the Detroit Lions. And what can you say about the Lions, guys? They laid an egg against the Carolina Panthers last week. The Bears, they just finding more ways to lose games. But I'm not trying to lay points with the Lions either, guys. I like the Bears to cover, Lions to win, but I won't be surprised if the NFL allowed Detroit to just smash the Bears just to hype up the game even more with the Packers in Week 18. So that's really all I got on that game right there, guys. Next up, we got the Miami Dolphins, a 2.5-point underdog, traveling to play the New England Patriots. Guys, this is my 6-unit special. It's up on Patreon right now. I feel absolutely great about this bet. That's all I'm really gonna say on that. If you want this play, it's a 6-unit bet, and it's on Patreon. Joe Picks, Patreon.com. I got to start saving at least one Patreon pick. You know, I got to start saving one pick for my Patreon peoples, guys. I can't keep just giving out every pick here on the channel. I'm gonna start saving at least one pick every week going forward in the next season, just for the Patreon people, guys. But yeah, this is gonna be a 6-unit special, and go get that. Next up, and this is my upset alert of the week. We got the Denver Broncos, a 14-point underdog, traveling to play the Kansas City Chiefs. And man, the Broncos just got their ass kicked by the Rams. Broncos country, let's ride. Broncos country, y'all try. But I'm rolling with the Broncos here. I like them plus the 14 points. If you go back to the first meeting between these two teams, the Broncos was in striking distance of an upset. And I think it's going to be the same here. Even though this game is an Arrowhead, yeah, I do know the Chiefs finally covered a double-digit spread last week against the Seahawks. But let's be honest, this Denver defense is no joke. It's really no joke. And I don't see how the Chiefs are going to beat these boys by more than 14 points. I'm not buying it. If you can get it at 14.5, take the Denver Broncos, because I can see Kansas City win this game by 14. So if you can get to 14.5, I love it. You want to tease up the Broncos, even though I don't recommend you teasing double-digit underdogs, but here in this spot, it's hard for me to believe that Kansas City is going to smack these boys by 3 scores. I just don't see it, guys. Next game, we got the Indianapolis Colts, a 5-point underdog, traveling to New York to play the Giants. And another game, I'm not betting the Giants. They basically got to win these last 2 games to get in. But yeah, I think they find a way to get the job done. But it won't shock me if the Colts pull the upset here. After being embarrassed the way they've been embarrassed these last few weeks, they're going to strike an upset in these last 2 games, guys. I'm telling you right now, I just feel it coming. This could be the perfect spot this week. Everybody in their mama's going to be on the Giants. Nobody want no part of the Colts. That's when you want to back a team, guys. I like the Colts to cover this game, Giants to win. But again, it won't shock me if the Colts win this game outright. Next up, in my second official money pick in this video, we got the New York Jets traveling to play the Seattle Seahawks. And right now, Seattle is a 2-point home underdog. Second official money pick in this video. I'm all over the Seattle Seahawks here in this spot, guys. They're on a 7-game losing streak. It got to end at some point. Mike White is coming back here in this game. I understand that, but let's be honest. He's missed the last couple of games. Is he going to be ready to travel on the road in a tough environment like Seattle? I don't think so. I think he don't plays very good here in this game, guys, and I think Seattle will bounce back. They're playing for their playoff lives. So are the Jets, but let's be real. The Jets not making the playoffs. Seattle's not making the playoffs either, but in my eyes, Seattle has a better chance to make the playoffs than the Jets, guys. And like I say, playing at home in front of this crowd, home underdog against a team like the Jets that we shouldn't be backing, laying any points. I got to roll with Seattle here, guys. 1 unit special right now. Seattle Seahawks outright. And Geno Smith, he's beat all the teams so far that he's played that he used to play for. He beat the Chargers this year. So hey, why he can't beat the Jets? I'm rolling with him this week, guys. I know a lot of you guys like the Jets here, but I think this is a bad spot for them to be on the road laying points in this spot. Next up, we got the San Francisco 49ers traveling to Las Vegas to play my Raiders. My Raiders sit at a 6-point home underdog. I'm not telling you guys to back my Raiders in any way. I'm just simply telling y'all what I'm going to do. I'm taking the Raiders to win a cover, and that's that. Next up, we got the Minnesota Vikings 3-point road underdog traveling to Green Bay to play the Packers. This is my third and final money pick in this video. Take the Green Bay Packers on the money line. That's the money pick. Green Bay on the money line. If you want to buy it down to 2.5 and bet it that way, I recommend you to do that. I'm probably going to do the same as well, guys. I'm going to be riding Green Bay the rest of the way. This week, next week, and if they get in the playoffs, I'm taking Green Bay every game. It's just that simple. I can see Green Bay going on a huge run. Even the announcers are already getting you ready for what's about to happen with the Packers, guys. One of the announcers in the game against the Dolphins stated that if Green Bay gets into the playoffs, no team in the NFC is going to want to see them. And y'all can take it how you want to take it. Right now, I got Green Bay and Kansas City playing in the Super Bowl. It's very simple to me, guys. Now, if you go back to 3 years ago, I think it was, when they was doing all these Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes commercials, State Farm commercials, you know, a lot of people, including myself, thought the Super Bowl was going to be Packers Chiefs that year. It didn't happen. It ended up being Chiefs Niners. But here in this spot, guys, the NFL got you right where they want you. Not sold on Aaron Rodgers. And he's healthy right now. These boys about to go on a major run. Also, since Patrick Mahomes has been in the NFL, guys, the Chiefs and Packers have met twice. And in both of those matchups, one of them, Aaron Rodgers didn't play, and the other one, Patrick Mahomes didn't play. Why is that? The NFL is saving the Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers matchup. They saving that, guys. If that's the case, then we would already had it. The last few years, these two teams have been playing. They're saving the matchup, and I truly believe they're saving that matchup for this year's Super Bowl in the State Farm Arena. I'm calling for a State Farm Super Bowl, Chiefs Packers. Next up, we got the LA Rams, a 6.5-point underdog, traveling to LA to play the Chargers. And hey, man, my hat's off to the Chargers. They in the playoffs. You know, I never really thought they wasn't going to get in. It was just a fade of the Chargers laying more than a field goal. And here in this spot, I'm still not laying it. No way I can lay points with the Chargers. It's just no way, guys. And the Rams played absolutely lights out against the Broncos last week. Put up over 50 points, guys. Who seen that coming? Here in this spot, I got to back the Rams with the points, guys. I think the Chargers find a way to win simply because I think they're going to come in the playoffs hot. There's another team to keep your eye on in the playoffs. The Chargers and the Jaguars are going to be two dangerous teams come to playoffs, guys. But here in this spot, I'm rolling with the Rams to cover, Chargers to win. Next up, we got Sunday Night Football. We got the Pittsburgh Steelers, a 3-point road underdog, traveling to Baltimore to play the Ravens. And man, I struggle with this one. I see the Ravens, they sit at 3-1 in their division right now. And I know with a win here, they'll be 4-1 in their division. Well, they got Cincinnati in week 18, and Cincinnati sits at 2-3 in their division. So how I see it, guys, I like Pittsburgh to win and cover this game. Baltimore will go to 3-2 in their division to set up the week 18 matchup with the Bengals, which I think the Bengals will win and get revenge on the Ravens from that loss early in the year. And Cincinnati wins the division for the second straight year. And I just think Pittsburgh found a way to get a win. NFL has already been pushing the narrative about Mike Tomlin and the losing record and all that. I don't think it's going to happen until the last game of the season for them, guys. They're going to ride that Mike Tomlin, maybe having a losing season. They're going to ride that to the last game of the season, guys. I think that Pittsburgh finds a way to get the job done here. I know it's a very, very public bet, a game I probably won't be betting at all, guys, because that game right there is going to kind of tell you a story going into Monday night, in my opinion. If Pittsburgh wins, that will put the Ravens at a 10-6 record. And if Cincinnati loses on Monday Night Football, they will put them at 11-5. So either way it goes, that game the next week between the Bengals and Ravens are going to be for the AFC North, guys. So, yeah, I think Pittsburgh found a way to get it done here, plus the 3, guys. Next up, Monday Night Football. We got the Buffalo Bills traveling to Cincinnati to play the Bengals. Right now, the Bengals are a 1-point home underdog. And I'm rolling with Buffalo here in this spot. Primetime Monday Night Football. Buffalo is the most bet team to win the Super Bowl this year. They're going to ride them. Primetime here in this spot. No team is hotter than the Bengals right now in the AFC. And I think this is a perfect spot we can back the Bills in. They seem to always get it done in this point spread range here. And like I say, guys, also this game is for the number 1 seed because both teams had a tiebreaker over the Chiefs. And I did say a couple weeks ago that I like the Bengals to win the number 1 seed, but I thought they was going to lose that game to the Buccaneers and then bounce back. And since that didn't happen, they still on this winning streak. I think the NFL just kept the Bengals on this winning streak, guys, just to bring them down here in this spot on Monday Night Football against the Buffalo Bills. And like I say, that will put the Bengals at 11-5. And if the Ravens lose, they will go to 10-6. So that's going to set up a real big showdown for the division between those two teams in Week 18, which I think ultimately Cincinnati will get the job done there as well, guys. And there y'all have it. All of my Week 17 picks. I'm going to run down all the money picks right quick. I got the Green Bay Packers on the money line over the Minnesota Vikings. Buy it down to 2.5 and bet it like that as well, because I can see a narrative where Green Bay wins this game by a field goal. I like the Seattle Seahawks outright on the money line over the New York Jets. Hurry up and bet that as well before the line moves the other way. I like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on the money line over the Carolina Panthers. You can buy that down to 2.5 as well, because I can also see where the Buccaneers win by 3. But I truly think they'll cover the spread as well, guys. Honorable money pick mentions will be my Raiders, guys. I'm all over my Raiders this week once again. Like I say, I don't recommend none of you guys bet it. I know the Raiders done cost a lot of you guys a lot of money, including myself here, but we always find a way to get it back. So it is what it is with that. Thank you guys for the support. We almost at 20 minutes. I didn't mean to keep this a long video. But appreciate you guys so much. Happy New Year. Happy holidays to each and every one of you. Let's get this money. Let's cash these tickets, guys. Follow me on Patreon. Joe Picks, patreon.com. Hit the like button, share the video, subscribe again. Have a great New Year, guys. Let's get this money. Be safe out here. I'm out.